We continue to follow breaking news from NAS Oceana, where a female sailor is in surgery after being shot multiple times on base this morning by a male sailor.
The shooter is dead, shot and killed by NAS Oceana security officers. 13 News Now reporter Chinu Her has been following this all morning long for us. Chinu, what can you tell us?
Well, Dan and Christina, I can tell you right now the base is open and operating normally after that lockdown earlier this morning. Now, we were told by Navy officials that this was a domestic dispute. The shooter here is a man, like you mentioned, the victim, a woman, and Navy officials say that they were both serving in the same squadron. At 6:45 this morning, Navy officials say a man with a gun shot a woman several times at Naval Air Station Oceana outside of a hangar. Both are enlisted sailors.
The victim was transported to Virginia Beach General Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Both sailors were assigned to VFA 37.
Commanding Officer Chad Vincelette says within 5 minutes, the situation was resolved. Base security shot and killed the shooter.
The shooter was armed with a single handgun and was not carrying any additional weapons or ammunition.
Navy officials say they don't know the nature of the relationship between the shooter and victim, but know that they were not married. All right, and right now this investigation is still ongoing. Navy officials telling me right now NCIS is still investigating how this man got a gun on base and also what caused this shooting. Live in Virginia Beach, Chinu Her, 13 News Now.
All right, Chinu, thank you. And this is exactly the type of a situation that the Navy trains for.
And it appears that training paid off today. Mike Gooding joins us with some of those details.
Well, and Dan and Christina, this could have been much worse. I mean, that's the good news here. And the Washington Navy Yard incident back in 2013 comes to mind. 12 people were killed that day at the Washington Navy Yard. Now, the Navy does intense training every year called Citadel Shield Solid Curtain. It is a 2-week anti-terrorism force protection exercise conducted on all Navy installations in the continental U.S. Organizers set up various worst-case fictional situations, active shooters, weapons of mass destruction, with the idea being to enhance training and readiness of Navy security personnel so that they're ready when the real thing might strike. Sadly, we here in Hampton Roads did have a real-world active shooter situation at Naval Station Norfolk 1 year after the Navy Yard situation. Both that gunman and a responding Navy Master-at-Arms died in that incident. It was aboard the USS Mahan at Pier 1 at Naval Station Norfolk. The emphasis has been on force protection and perimeter security for many years. It has been ongoing, but it got especially serious in the days after the USS Cole attack in 2000 and 9/11 in 2001, and they've been very serious as purpose about force protection ever since.
Mike, a wealth of knowledge on the subject. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, we just got a statement in from Virginia Senator Tim Kaine on this. He says his office is keeping a close eye on what happened this morning. He added that his heart is with everyone who's been impacted by the shooting and that he's grateful for the first responders on the scene.